Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mary. If you've watched my last couple of videos, you know what we're doing. You know why I'm on the floor here. We are deep into doing a declutter series. And so if you haven't seen any of those videos yet, I'll leave the playlist linked down below. And at the end of the video, I'll at least put the previous video that was recorded. The last one we did was setting sprays. That was a good one. I had so much fun recording that. So if you haven't seen it, I would love for you to go see it. But today we're diving into, I don't entirely know yet. I'll turn you around here real quick, but it's our mascaras, brows, and eyeliners drawer. So we'll see how much we do in this one video or how many we'll break that down into videos. But if you guys like makeup related videos, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy this one, feel free to give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below, introduce yourself. I love having conversations take place. But yeah, let's keep going with this declutter and I'll show you what I got. Alrighty, so here's the drawer that we're gonna be going through today. Just like the last drawer that we finished up, it's not organized like it once was. I get to a point where I just kind of start throwing things in here instead of keeping them in their little designated spots. But we've got mascaras in here, liquid and pencil liners, brow pencils, brow gels, and then a couple of like miscellaneous products in this baggie back here. So before we figure out where we're gonna start, I need to just kind of reorganize everything, and that'll hopefully, from there we can kind of determine which products to start with. So I'm gonna speed you through this real quick. Okay, so I've barely got it looking better in there. Just kind of separated things out. We've got mascaras here, we've got the eye pencils here, and then we've got the brow products over there. And then I've got so many extra larger brow products that don't fit over here very well, so those are out, and I think that's where we're gonna start just because I have all of these. We'll start with the brow products and go from there. So as I explained in a lot of my other declutter videos, my mindset is to really get rid of the stuff I'm just really not using or really is not good. And my hopes is to kind of hold on to products that would be, of course, good for myself, but then also potentially good for like a makeup kit. It'll be hard for me to determine that with a lot of like these products, but I think we'll have more success with that like whole artistry thing when we get to like our powder products, like our blushes and our eyeshadows. But I'll stop rambling here. Let's get into these brow products. So I'm gonna pull this out and we'll try, I'm gonna slide this over. Yeah, we're gonna slide that out of the way. Just kind of focus on these. We have a bin set up here for products we're gonna hang onto, or an alley bag. We have an alley bag set up here for the products we're gonna hang onto, and then a separate alley bag over here for the ones that we will end up getting rid of. And then I'll probably end up kind of putting things off to the side here maybe for the things I need to circle back on. So let's start, because I've got a bunch of gels out here, let's start with those. What I was doing in the other videos was when I was looking at the products, I was first really trying to gravitate and talk about the products I know for sure I plan to hang on to, and then we'll kind of go from there to kind of see if the other stuff makes it in. And when looking at my brow products, at least the brow gels so far here, the first one that comes to mind is this old I've had this one for a while here now, and you can't even see it because all of it's coming off here. This is actually a 2-in-1 product. This is the Soap and Glory Brow and Gel. I can't even see it on there. I don't know if this product even exists anymore, or at least isn't available in the United States. But when we're focusing on gels here. If you twist open this bottom part here, it's got a gel. And again, this one is very, very loved. It's supposed to be clear, but because I've used it with other products so often, it's got a little bit of stuff in it. So this is definitely one I would not use on other people. This is a personal one for myself that it's so easy to use, being it has the brow gel there. And on the other side, it's got such a thick pencil. And the color on this one, I actually just really, really like. It takes a little bit to get the pencil to warm up, but it's just such a quick and easy product, a 2-in-1, kind of like on the go. Like, I pack this one anytime I'm going anywhere, or if I know that I'm in a rush to do my makeup, I often will reach for this just because I know it's so quick and easy to use. So definitely hanging on to that. And then the next brow product that automatically sticks out to me is probably this Almay Brow Styler. This is another clear brow gel. And I'll have to think back on my videos because honestly, my brain is kind of blank here, which is not good for doing a declutter. But I think the thing I liked about this one is you could tell how well the product was, like how well your brows were staying in place. You could clearly tell. And the doe foot on it is super duper, it's not a doe foot. And the spoolie on it is so, so nice. I honestly like that it's long, but still, you know, really short bristled. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, this has been a go-to for quite some time as well, so I really, really enjoy that one. I've talked about this in a couple of my other videos that I've done. When it comes to my brows, I like to lay down a clear brow gel first, then go in with my pencil and pen if I've got one, and then finish things off with a tinted brow gel. That's, to some, that probably seems very excessive, but I like just using the tinted brow gel just to kind of hit all those last little places and fill any other sparse areas that I may have missed. And there's two here that I know for sure I will probably hang on to. The first one is going to be the Essence Make Me Brow, this eyebrow gel mascara. I think this one, yeah, this one has fibers in it. And I was hesitant about that when I first got it. But honestly, when laying it in the brows, it's actually really, really, really nice. And the tone of this one is really, really nice for my lighter blonde brows. It darkens them just enough. It doesn't make them, you know, shift red or anything like that. So this one has been really, really nice for that. And so I'm going to keep that. And then the second one that I'm going to hold on to, I use this one just a little bit less than that other one. The Essence one I use quite often, but the second place one for the tinted brow gels is probably this CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. And the reason why I use the other one just a little bit more is because this one is just a little darker than that one. Still honestly like close, and I bet even on camera here, you can probably, yeah, you can sort of tell it's a little bit darker. The one is just a slightly better shade match. The Essence one is just a slightly better shade match than the CoverGirl one. But sometimes I do like having my brows be a little darker, a little bit more defined. And I've really been enjoying this CoverGirl one. Next up, I probably will hang on to the e.l.f. Brow Lift. Wow, I am all over the place. You guys can't see anything that I'm doing. I probably will hang on to the e.l.f. Brow Lift. The soap brow trend I think is really, really fun. I think it's really, really cool. I've gotten some good use out of this. It's clear, so I don't know how well that'll pick up on camera. But if you don't know what this brow lift is, it's a dupe for like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. And it basically works in the same way. I've never used the Brow Freeze, but you just kind of take the product and then you'd apply it in on the lid or on a palette or the back of your hand or something. And then you take your spoolie and you really work the product in, and then you comb it through your brows, and it does such a good job of lifting the hairs and keeping them in place. It doesn't necessarily dry down. It kind of stays very, very tacky. So if you put a lot in, you can definitely still feel it. but the consistency of it is really, really nice and holds the hairs up really, really well. And then you can go back in with the spatula at the end and like really flatten the hairs down. So I've really liked using this for that soap brow effect. I think it works really, really well. And so I'm definitely going to be keeping that. And then kind of on that soap brow vibe, and I'm actually going to reach in here real quick. I actually have soap for my brows. This is a highly popular bar of soap that makeup artists, makeup influencers, makeup wearers will use for the soap brow trend. This Pears one is super duper popular. So when I got this like right away when I started to see the soap brow trends, and it works really, really well. So I'm definitely gonna hang on to this. Basically all you do is either spray water or spray a setting spray onto it, get your spoolie in there, lather it up, and then comb that through your brows, and it does a really good job of like really lifting them up and holding them in place. So I am keeping that. Now things get tricky because I don't remember. So next, let's grab this one here. This is the Beauty Creations Clear Brow Gel. I actually really, really like this one, but I do think that I need to declutter it. It has that really nice, long, narrow, short bristled applicator. It's got a little, well, it actually doesn't smell too bad. This one is so nice, but I've had this Beauty Creations brow gel for a very long time that I think it's time for me to pass on it, but I really would consider picking up a replacement because I enjoy this one so much. Another one I think I'm gonna end up passing on is this Physicians Formula Diamond Mascara. This is supposed to be like you can apply a clear mascara on your eyelashes and then also use it as a clear brow gel. And it has eye healthy ingredients and like hair growth ingredients, good for strengthening. And I think that's why I initially held on to it, was to try and, you know, help my lashes and help my brows out to be a little bit more stronger, I guess. But I really just have not been using it. And in comparison to the couple here that I've already got in the bin, I prefer the hold on those so much more than this one. So really have not gotten a whole lot of use out of it. The packaging is super, super pretty, but it just doesn't hold up in comparison to the other ones here. Let's look at this one, the Wander Beauty one. This is a fairly newer one in my collection. The applicator on it is really cool. It's a really cute short, it like really short bristles and then slightly gets longer at the bottom. It's a clear brow gel. I think I remember really, really liking this one. For a minute there, I was using this one a little bit more than the Almay one for sure. I'm gonna hold on to it. Because I think I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to give it a couple more goes and really see where it sits in the collection. I know this is supposed to be a declutter, but some of these brow products I don't honestly remember, but I think they are good. And that's kind of the same thing with these two. I feel like the Milani is a really good brow gel. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love the larger applicator, and that might be part of why I don't use it. It's just a bigger applicator and I like those more precise ones. But I know that this is a really loved brow gel. So we're gonna hang on to that too. And then lastly, this is a well newer one in my collection. It's the Winky Lux Unibrow. And this one is so interesting. It's a little bit of a thicker clear brow gel, and the applicator is so interesting where on one side it's like smooth and flat, and on the other side it's kind of like a toothbrush. It's got like rubbery bristles, and so you can like comb the product through, you know, dispense it through, and then you can take the flat side and really laminate the brows down, or you could even lay the product down, you know, and then but you can kind of go back and forth between the two sides. The hold on it, I really don't remember. It feels really slippery on the back of my hand. It doesn't feel necessarily grippy. I think the applicator's so cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's super duper cool, but I think I'm gonna pass on it. I think I'm gonna give that one a new home. It doesn't feel, if I'm remembering, I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't think it had as strong of hold as a couple of them here that I am holding on to. Then let's look at these guys here. These are clear brow gels, but they're kind of more of like a creamy base. There's the NYX Professional The Brow Glue. And I believe I got a mini version of this. This is like similar to like the Brow Freeze or the e.l.f. Brow Lift. This is supposed to be one of those like intense laminating products. And honestly, when I used it, I wasn't as surprised by it as I thought I was gonna be. I think I get a better performance out of the e.l.f. Brow Lift and out of the soap than I do with this one. It's not bad, but I think I expected to be like way more wowed by it. So it's not bad. I want to hold on to it for just a little bit longer. I want to use it a little bit more and see how I really, really, really feel about it. And with this one is interesting. This is like white. Do you see that? It's like white. It looks like glue. And the texture on this one is very thick. I don't know how to, like the way it feels in the brows is so interesting. Like it doesn't dry down or anything like that. It's very, very odd. This one doesn't feel nearly anywhere tacky like the other ones do. I think it's a nice brow gel, but I honestly, in comparison to all these here, I do think I'm gonna let this one go. It's just the ColourPop Clear Brow Gel. I am gonna let that one go. And then we have a couple of tinted ones here as well. We've got the Profusion Good Brow Gel. Good, oh my gosh. Blah, blah, blah. We've got the Profusion Cosmetics Good Brow Day Tinted Brow Gel. I don't reach for it very, very often. Honestly, it's slightly warm. It's really not too bad, but it's maybe just a little too warm for my preference. So I think I am gonna get rid of that one. And then we've got the Flower Fiber Fix Brow Gel. This one is a thicker one. Okay, that shade's not too bad. This one's also got the fibers in it, which I think I initially was hesitant on, but really it's not bad. Fibers are not that bad. I don't know why I was so weird about them, but that's not too bad. That one's definitely a little cooler. I like that a lot. I like that in comparison to that. So I think I am gonna hold on to this one. And the last brow gel is the Pacifica Dream Big Brushed Up Brows. And this is another one, like everything with Pacifica has like skincare and like good benefits in their products. This one is chunky. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't like that applicator. I don't like how no. Do you see any of what I'm doing? Am I in frame at all? Like the way that cakes on the applicator, no thank you. I am going to let that one go. So we're gonna end up getting rid of, oh, honestly, that's a good amount to be getting rid of. I'm actually really happy about that. That was a bit of a struggle to go through, but honestly, yeah, I'm happy with the ones that we're holding on to. There are maybe a couple in here still that I could, try out a little bit more and really get a better opinion on, but definitely holding on to my favorites here and passing on some old ones and some ones that I honestly just don't think I'm gonna use. So that's fantastic. Let's keep going with the brow products and go into the pens and pencils here. Alrighty, on to brow pencils and a couple of brow pens here now. Let's just start with the pens. There's not a lot there. Honestly, I might end up getting rid of most of these. We will find out. So the first one we have is the Profusion Cosmetics Good Brow Day Brow Pen. And similar to the brow gel, I think this is just a little warmer than I want. Oh, maybe. Here's what that looks like. Honestly, I'm a little bit more impressed with that than I thought I was gonna be. Maybe it's a little warm, I don't know. Let's swatch right next to it the Milani Weekend Brow Eyebrow Tint. Okay, yeah, that one is dying down, but that is significantly warmer. Oh my goodness. I used to really, really like this brow tint, but I don't know if over time it's separated or my preferences have just changed. But that is significantly warmer than that one. I think I prefer the Profusion over the Milani so far, at least for tint. And then I have this like 3-in-1 product here. It's got a brow pen on one side here. I mean, that's not too bad. It's a little warmer still in comparison to the Profusion, but again, not as warm as the Milani in the middle there. Okay, oh, I think this might have a pen on it too. I'll take a look at that. But this one is like a multi-in-one, and then if you twist, does this also, oh, this also has a gel. I forgot. This one has a gel. Honestly, I think that gel is kind of a funky dunky color, but it kind of matches the pen, and it might have a third. Nope, it does not. Okay. Maybe it's just a 2-in-1. I thought there was 3 pieces, but maybe not. So looking at these swatches, I'm definitely going to pass on the Milani. Maybe I'll have to look and see if I can find a cooler shade. Because I thought when I first tried this, I remembered really liking it. But again, my preferences may have changed since. But I definitely like these more cooler colors than this like warm color that the Milani one shows. So we're going to get rid of that. And then we're actually gonna hold on to both of these pens because those colors I think will actually work fairly well for me. So we're gonna hang on to those. And then let's take a look at this product here. This is the other this is another 2-in-1 product. It's got a spoolie on one side. It's got a pencil here. The pencil takes a little bit to warm up, but honestly that shade's not too bad. If you twist this part here, it's actually got a brow powder. Which I'm not gonna lie, I really don't care about the powder, but honestly, it's not that bad of a shade either. I was kind of convinced I was gonna let this one go, but I actually really like that shade. I think that's actually a decent shade color for my brows. So we're gonna hang on to that. Awesome. And then for the rest of the brow products, I'm gonna start with my absolute favorites in here. And the #1 product that for brow, aside from this soap one that I grabbed first, I really prefer micro brow pencils. And this one from Real Her, the Define Brow Pencil, I love this one so much. So there's the shade on that one. Hopefully you can see. And yeah, honestly, it matches up pretty well with that other brow product. The other brow products that I'm hanging on to. So yes, wow, I love this one so much. So we're keeping her. And then up next, the next one that I probably get the most use out of again is this one here by Wet n Wild. Now I know that this one is a darker shade, but sometimes when I like that more defined brow, I do really like this one. But honestly, it's not much darker once as I swatch it. I mean, it is a little bit. But right there, that's that one right there. Love this pencil as well. I believe the J-Cat one is another one that I use kind of frequently. Let me see how this one compares. That one is honestly a little bit warmer than those two. Not by much. Maybe a little bit lighter. I'm gonna put this aside as a maybe. We'll circle back on that because I do know that I really like it, but I want to see kind of how a lot of these other ones compare. Let's take a look at, this is the L'Oreal Paris Brow Styler, or Stylist. Also kind of a warmer shade in comparison to the Real Her one. Pretty similar to that. Huh. Interesting. Barely use that one. That one won't even retract down anymore. That's crazy. Putting that in the maybe pile. Then we've got the CoverGirl Ultra Fine. The CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. That one is definitely the coolest and probably the lightest out of all the brow pencils we've swatched so far. I like that one. I think that one would be really good for like a nice, good shadowing in the brows. I would use this one with like a more defined, like maybe pen over top, I think could look really, really cool. So I'm gonna keep that one. And then we've got the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. That one is so warm. Kind of almost, actually kind of all like olivey. That one's weird. So that's right there. That one's the most different for sure out of all of them. I do think I'm gonna pass on this one. I don't use that one too often, and I think it's just a little bit of a funkier tone than what I would prefer. Next, we will test out we'll check out the Surat one. That one is definitely more of like a dark brown. It kind of compares to the Wet n Wild. Maybe just a little bit darker than the Wet n Wild. I still like it. I do still really like it. I think we're gonna hang on to that one for a little bit longer. I do like that one a lot. Then we've got the CoverGirl Brow Pencil. That's right there. That is really nice. That is a good color. It's pretty close to the Real Her one, maybe just a little lighter and a little bit cooler. It's like a good mix between that one and the CoverGirl one. I actually think that's a really, really good shade. So definitely keeping that. I need to use that one more often for sure. And then we've got the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil right there. I honestly don't, I'm so bad at showing you guys off what I'm doing here. I'm so sorry. I honestly don't use this one as much as I thought that I would, but the shade really isn't that bad either. I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile. We're gonna think about that one. And then the last two products that I have here are from Winky Lux. I'm pretty sure they're both the same shade. It's just the style of pencil. This one is the Unibrow and it's their micro one. And then the larger one here is their they're like crayon. It's their bigger one. So they're supposed to be like a universal shade that you can use on anybody and it should work. Which I remembered it actually working pretty well for me. So they're not swatching the best on my hand here, but they're their last two right here. I'm gonna get rid of the thicker one for sure. The more crayon one, I prefer the micro pencils for the most part. So I've hardly even gotten any more use out of this, and I've maybe gotten a little bit more use out of this one right here. So I'm gonna get rid of the larger one, and we will hold on to that one. So now, looking at these two, the JCat and the L'Oreal, compared to all the other ones on my hand, these are definitely the more warmer toned ones. And so I've held on to a lot of the more cool and taupey ones. So I think I am gonna get rid of both of these, the L'Oreal and the JCat. They are both very nice. The tones are just a little bit more warm for what I prefer. And I think we're gonna hold on to the Precisely. I need to get a little bit more use out of this one. The tone is actually pretty nice. It's nice and cool. So I think I would really, really like it. I just need to use it a couple more times. Okay, so these are all the products, the brow products that we're hanging onto in addition to the soap brow products. I am so happy with the fact that all of these fit on here now. Some of these bigger ones are a little hard to fit in here, but like I had so many additional brow pens or brow pencils in here for sure. And I'm so happy to, again, have it all on one little piece here. Loving how that is looking. So happy with the amount of brow products that we're getting rid of and passing on. These are definitely products that I know that I'll see myself using. And a couple of these I'll give a little bit more of a go before I make a final decision. But yeah, that's going to be everything for this decluttering the brows here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy it, feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to be notified of the next time I post, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Stay tuned for the next one here. We'll see what is in the box. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.